Eh, like you can go with it if you'd like.
You can
Someone
go
will
over
give the
it,
recap.
Cosmo.
Okay.
We're starting with a new trend on this campaign. Everybody gives a recap.
Okay.
I mean, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's my worst fear.
All right. Heading into the next job, well, potential job, you kind of just finished your last one with a guy you may or may not like. He did more or less rob you of potential wealth. Some of you went into the city without too much of an issue, and met a man named Gilbert, hiring you to find his lost treasure from his friend that he took from a map. It all kind of seemed shady, but somehow it worked out. Along the way, traveling there by magic train, you eventually made it to an area where the train tracks no longer moved in. So, Cody, Ritz, you headed down the path to the forest where Dot, Cornu, and Tanakh were already there. Dot and Cornu met each other, finding tracks that potentially could lead to civilization, but along the way, Tanakh was also finding some poachers in the area. Somehow all ganging up in the exact same area. The team, encompassing Dot, Cornu, Tanakh, Cody, and Ritz, all entered in without too much of an issue. However, there was also a magical door that some people might have stepped through and saw an entire criminal organization through, or at the very least 30 criminals minimum. Not wanting to deal with that, you left to continue to find out where the treasure of Gilbert's is. Finding the treasure after creating mold earth into the area and stabilizing it with shovels, your team was able to take out the treasure. Gilbert paid you, gave you a nice ruby, because it was a lot and might as well pay you a little bit more since he had some money. Gave Ritz the map because he was not interested in cash, but rather the map itself. So might as well give him something he wanted. As people were preparing for the night, as Gilbert left with the treasure chest, Tanakh, finding this large, well, formerly small, crack in the wall where the treasure was hidden, decided to dig a little deeper. Dot and Cornu helped. Entering inside, you found this strange, almost living forest. But living as in the forest itself were like creatures rather than plants. Communicating and talking with it, Cody and Ritz eventually met up with you guys. And Cody casting, I believe it was Dominate Monster or Beast. It was something.
No, it was
Bonding.
Beast Bond. Yeah.
And they took it the wrong way.
More on that maybe later. But casting Bond to potentially commune or to befriend, or the tree didn't know what you were trying to do, but magically enchant in some way or fashion or form the tree. So the forest began to, well, attack. It took some convincing, but eventually the trees decided to not murder you. Cody went a little bit of ways and began to sulk. While things were going on, Cornu tried to distract the trees while you were still fighting, but no longer fighting. Cornu was just waiting for their double to disappear, but it didn't. It began to talk with you guys and say, go into the left path. I am not the evil Cornu. Clearly, this one's the evil Cornu. Going through the left path, it then said in Cornu's voice, I lied. None of us are evil, but you should still go this way. And then eventually disappeared. Your team regrouped after this. Not sure what to do next. I had one of you roll, and then the creatures that you were told about that were near the walls got closer to you. So you sprinted to the direction of the left path. And that is where we left off. Stuck in a tunnel system with monsters behind you.
All right.
Fun times.
I think, if I remember correctly, I made you guys roll for something, and I rolled poorly, so you outran them. But now you're kind of here.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we are there, and that is as far as we got.
Yeah. Okay.
Nope.
Running through the left path as quickly as possible, you knew that the longest path is the left path. The middle one had a strange blocking system, but if you could get through it, you could potentially make it to somewhere safe. At least that's what the trees told you. And the right path you were given no information on, so you decided not to take that one. There were a few turns here and there, but you as adventurers, clerics, truly anyone that travels would be able to make your way doubling back. But for now, there are still creatures in the area, so that might not be the best choice for now. Your team eventually breaks in, and you see a large expanse of what looks like decayed buildings broken down, no true windows, but it feels like it should not be here. For one, the structure of the buildings suggest aerial visions, as if like some rooms on top of the buildings that you can see seem to like be indicators of like people with spy glasses looking through the horizon line. It would make no sense to make these buildings underground. You see a pathway leading forwards, but you can also just remove yourself from the pathway and crawl down to find other pathways or other paths.
Heidi or Cody, do you know why these buildings are here? I've never seen these kind of things around.
No. About all I can think of is maybe this is the town or city that was on the map, on your map, Fritz?
They don't look like a town I ever seen before.
And Cody's just looking around, just wide-eyed, like, what the?
Is
Like,
it
this
like
huge?
is this an ancient town around here? I don't know. Is it old? Like really old?
Well, if that map isn't saying anything, yes, it should be old.
Yeah.
No, we determined that map is pretty old, right?
The map was very old. It was held together by magic.
I inspect the map.
Okay.
Can I determine its like how old it could be? How old is this damn thing?
Inspecting the map, first off, you then see a strange fluctuation to it. But before I explain that part, you did examine the map beforehand. I think it was you and Tanakh, and one of you were able to discern that it was magically enchanted to keep itself together. It was way beyond 1,000 years, but you could not interpret how much further than that. Besides that, though, the weird fluctuation, as you're looking at the map, you do know that the map was old and ancient and had something to do with the sun and the moon, or at least light. Or maybe the passage of time, you're not entirely sure. Gilbert was the one holding the map. And there's also like graffiti on it that his friend wrote on it, like, here is my treasure, find this location. Now looking at it, you see star patterns all over it. It's not constellations, it's more as if it now has like a foil to it with like various glitter points on it that you're not sure how to interpret.
Well, looks like there's some shiny pieces on the map there. I don't know what they mean, but it looks kind of like stars. I don't know. You want to look at it, anybody?
Does it have any particular like pattern or? I don't know.
Go ahead
Hold
and
up the
roll.
map.
Roll Arcana.
Can I hold up? I'm gonna hold up the map above my head. Look at there.
Arcana. Sorry, it's having a moment.
No problem.
Look close. A 15.
Mm.
It's going to roll it again because it's catching up. But 15 is the answer.
All right. Looking at it, you can tell it has some type of pattern. You're not sure what pattern it is, but it has enough of a pattern that you can suggest some type of rhyme or reason to it. Would not be like inclined to look at the stars, be astrological knowledge base of any sort?
Absolutely.
For sure you would need to travel and like look at the stars and like see point A to point B if you don't have a map and things like that. So that does make sense for Tanakh. Looking at it, you can tell that the stars are written in symbols. Astronomers use stars to like symbolize things, and sometimes magicians use them to symbolize things. You can tell that a few symbols on there are north, south, east, west. So this is a directional point compass that you can see. But there are a few other symbols around here. The symbol that you see where you guys should be at, where that city resides, reads the word Oltana.
Where is that on the map?
It's where this city that should be here isn't here.
Yeah, but like north, northeast.
Like it'd be like northwest. Like if this is the square map, Altana would be like here.
Okay. Like slightly northwest from central.
Where are we on that map there? Oh,
Supposedly Altana.
well. This is where we're supposed to be at? I don't know. I don't. This map
Are
is
we
old.
supposed to be somewhere exactly? I don't think we were. I think we were just following the map.
You can also tell that the map itself has a different structure to it when it's nighttime, but there is something more that needs to be done with the map. You just don't have all the puzzle pieces.
So I can tell that I'm not getting the full picture.
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to.
Haru is going to be like looking around and just go, "Where did I go?
You're
Did
there.
anyone see where I went?"
You're right there.
There.
I see you.
Dub points a corner. You're right there. What do you mean?
Well,
Maybe kill you?
If you're talking about the second Cornu, he disappeared a while ago. Spell that you cast that you cast did not last all that long. Longer than it should have, but not all that long.
Okay.
Well, can I hold the? Do we have any torches around? Or maybe I cast a little druid craft or something.
You guys,
I got.
We got torches.
We have torches and lamps going.
Okay.
Mhm. With a little bit more light, you do see like these shadows of buildings. Again, some of you that do have dark vision can see like the silhouettes. With the light on, you see like a greater silhouette than anything else. For most that do not have dark vision, you just see like ambient shadows in the distance that feel menacing, only because you don't know what you're looking at.
I hold the map up to the torch.
You hold the map up to the torch, and the glimmer of the stars does shine brightly, but it like shines almost blindedly so.
Ah.
Like if it's too
Why?
much light. Like you're holding a flashlight to the mirror and like staring directly at the mirror.
Well,
That wasn't a very bright idea. So are we just gonna stand around or are we moving? As we can't really go back.
Let's see if we can get another
I think it was very
another
bright,
form of
actually.
light here. Besides just our lamps. I'm gonna look around to see if I can find something to add additional light to. So like torches on the wall or sconces that we can potentially light.
Yeah. Roll me. Roll for me survival.
8.
You do find some potential sconces and some torches that should, like, if this is a city or at least the outskirts of a city, they would have like posts in areas where torches, sconces, and things like that would be lit up. When you go to look for some, you do find where they should be, but they're like decayed, broken apart. The wood torches are also like eaten up and like practically petrified at this point.
So not usable, at least the ones that I find.
Yeah, like if you have your own, you can like replace them, but the ones that are here currently where you're at are like deteriorated to a good point.
Mm. Okay.
Well,
What are you looking for?
just something to bring a little bit more light to this place. I can't see in the dark like some of you guys can.
I can't see in the dark either. I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you? I don't think I can't. Unless you call all these shadow blobs light, but
Okay, well,
I've got dark vision.
but okay. Well, we should probably find some way to get light, and it was early afternoon when we entered cave system, and so
I mean, I'll pull out a couple more torches. That's something that I definitely have.
Yeah, if you have an adventurer's kit, you definitely do. Also, it's not the afternoon. At this point, it would be 6, 7 o'clock.
yeah, it's evening, so that's kind of what he was saying is like it's evening. Let's find a place that we can camp.
I think that's a good idea there. That's a fine idea.
Okay. Can I maybe find like what seems to be a really safe spot to camp? We're kind of in an unknown realm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what we're looking for.
Are you guys following the path, or are you like going off the beaten path? Because right now,
Tana would not necessarily stay on a path while she's looking.
Well, you better stay on this here path because we don't want to get lost, eh?
the path itself does seem familiar, or at the very least, if you've ever been to like a fortified city or town, there's generally a wall, and like it outstretches to a good point into the city as well as around the city. So this is what seems like you're on. As you're traveling about, I want to knock on anyone else that's trying to look for a safe space to roll perception.
Being a 7.
I got a plus 10
My
to my
lucky
survival.
burn.
Okay. You can tell for the most part, this area is very open. You don't see anything, but at the exact same time, you're kind of blinded for the most part. Cornu, you keep looking for Cornu, so that doesn't make sense why you can't see anything. Tanakh also like tries to help Cornu follow the path as they sometimes get distracted. And Dot just follows Cornu. their new friend or companion. Looking to the area, both Ritz and Cody do see something not on the path, but not too far away. If you do climb down, you do see what appears to be an alcove area that has something glimmering down there. I'm not saying it's safe, but it is covered. You can investigate that area or press further ahead.
Well, I can jump down there if you want to, eh? I mean, I'm pretty good at climbing.
So we would have to essentially jump down. There's no immediate stairs nearby.
Yeah. Like looking down in the area, you can tell it's a good 50 feet climb, which isn't impossible to do.
Buddy.
Like some of you have rope.
You want to hold this?
But while your light is shining where you're at, you can see something down there reflecting in that alcove area.
I hand Cody the end of a rope, and then I have the other rope in my hand, and then I hold a torch and I jump down.
Okay, yeah, I'll help Cody.
Do you
Ready to pull him up.
do you jump down or do you slowly descend? Those are
Scale.
very different things.
Scale using the rope.
Just not thinking about using the rope. Just
I had the rope in my hand, so yes.
cannonball.
I scale using the rope, yes.
Okay.
I am just prepared to, if something dangerous comes out, I will quickly help pull him up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Putting yourself as Jason to the alcove area, you begin to descend down using the rope. As you get down there, you can tell that something is there. Would you have a light source, or would you have, or would you not have?
I have a torch in my hand.
As you get closer, the weird glimmer begins to be brighter and brighter. As you get to the point where you could actually look into the little alcove, that strange glimmer is a sigil. Yeah, down there is a sigil or symbol. It is written in Draconic if you do speak it. And it seems to be like some entranceway, hallway kind of thing.
Hey there, Cody. There's some weird markings down here if you want to look at them, eh?
Okay. I'll look for a place to tie off the rope. And I'll tie it off, and then shoot.
Sorry,
I'll do.
my cat.
Well, see,
is
here I'm
moving.
thinking about my two creatures, Angus and my boar. And I'll just like, let me hear you guys, and then I'll scale down as well, and I'll go have a look at it with him.
Yeah.
With,
Okay. As you
and
peer,
before I go down, I'll say, "Hey, we found a potential place where we're having a look to see how safe it is." To the other three.
Oh, okay.
Be safe.
We're just trying to find other evil corner. That's the right word.
Okay.
would be down there.
Somebody watch the rope there, so it doesn't. So make sure it's all tied up there.
I'll keep an eye on it. Like I would run over. And
Yeah.
just like furiously like stare at the rope.
So now I can check it.
Yeah.
Cordu definitely sidles up next to Dot and just stares at it too.
Sounds good. As you guys stare at the rope, making sure it doesn't go anywhere, Cody descends down, or falls down, depending on what you decide to do.
Oh, I was scaling down.
Okay. Not jumping off, you scale down and make it to the entranceway. Since Ritz already has a light source, you can tell there's a glimmering glyph on the ground written in Draconic. If you speak it or read it, you can interpret it, but it seems to be a alcove roughly 10 feet deep, leading to a black wall made of obsidian.
I do speak Draconic and
Cool.
read it.
Much like symbols written in the tongue of the dragon, it sometimes is an entire sentence or just a word. This symbol itself is not that complicated. It does read revealing the truth.
Well then, what does it say there?
Revealing the truth.
That seems like one of those proverbs the old monks used to say there. Like when you look at a pond and you look at sea and then it's like all placid and nice, and you look at the pond and you see yourself. You're like, what is the truth?
Like, it's also shining, so it's not like graffiti or anything like that. It is standing out.
So it's very much this was meant to be here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not really covered in dust, right?
Correct.
But I'll call up. Hey, we got a place to camp here tonight. Salcove is pretty secure. We won't have to worry about too much as far as I can see. I just need help with getting Angus down and my boar.
That's a question.
So you,
Uh,
like, Dot is just like, she blinks. Realizes she like lost her staring contest with the rope. Oh, well,
I'll come up and help, and I will.
You mean to climb up there? You don't have to climb back up. It might be a little difficult.
do you want us to get more rope? Or do you
think if
just
we
want us
get-
to push them?
What size is the
I'm not
boar
going to
technically
game.
considered?
Medium, I think.
Yeah, I can't
Medium?
get above medium. Yeah.
I think boars, I could be wrong, are like 200 to 300 pounds. They're heavy. That's all I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
trying
I'm
to
gonna
remember how much I
cast-
can carry.
Well, what I'm thinking is, and Cody will be like, "Oh, I have some rope. If I'll come up and if you just help me lower them down, we can make a harness and lower them down that way.
Mm.
I have plenty of
I was
rope."
actually thinking I can cast enhanceability on myself and just be extra strong and sling him over my shoulders. Just do 2 trips.
That works.
I'm pretty strong.
That works.
Yeah.
Let me try that with the boar first.
There you go.
I don't know why this is.
Then I'll
I
just
guess I
shout up
get
to them.
temporary hit points.
Yeah, just let them.
There we go. I get 9 temporary HP.
Nice.
So you want this to be like athletics checks or?
This would be athletics for sure. I'll give you
Excellent.
advantage because of the enhanced ability.
Okay. I was gonna give you bardic inspiration as well.
You're gonna give me bardic inspiration if I want
Yeah.
it.
Would you like it?
Yeah, but I'll hold on to it until I see
Yeah.
what I rolled.
Advantage.
Yeah, I'm doing the second one.
Ah,
It's just the way that
it's very slow. Sorry.
it is very slow. Okay.
Okay. 19 is
That
enough.
for the board. Save the bardic inspiration for the bear.
You do things succinctly and well. You grab onto the boar. You make sure that you have some type of winch system, or at least a loop through one of the little popping out rocks, allowing you to slowly descend. Angus helps you out to slowly descend while the boar is like in arm as you basically walk down the wall as the rope is like getting slipped through the rock. As eventually you get to the bottom, you allow the board to be let go. It is also now on the ground next to everyone else. It was heavy. Like, for sure, a 15 and up would have been needed to get it down there.
Well,
And
that
then-
helped.
And then there's Angus up there.
Yeah,
Angus.
I'll go back up for Angus. That's
Yeah,
fine.
he's lighter than the boar,
Yeah.
though.
Up, 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 up.
Let me cheer you on.
Not by much, but lighter.
Go ahead and roll another athletics check. Still advantage.
Mm. Getting. I clicked it twice, so it'll get there. That's a 15. Though,
Nice.
So there's at least base. This really is so slow. I might do like real nice.
Nice. This DC was 13, since Angus is a little smaller, but not that smaller. A very big hunting dog. Landing on the ground once again. You're able to do it on your own without Angus helping you. So slipping down, you do so. And you, Angus, and the boar are all down there. Looking at the door frame, you see that it is 10 feet deep. You guys can definitely camp in there. There is a black obsidian wall with a strange draconic symbol on the bottom. If you read it, you can understand it. If you don't, it's just shiny and very out of place. But it feels like it was meant to be there.
It says revealing truth or something like that.
Revealing the truth.
Right.
Okay. I do read Draconic. Do I see anything else kind of like going around like in this area?
Let's see here. You do have dark vision. As you look and peer through the area, you can tell first off, the letters on the ground have no dust on them, have no indication of wear or tear, so magically are there.
Yeah.
Looking at the wall further to the back, you can tell it is obsidian is very difficult to break, destroy, all that kind of stuff. For it to be there, maybe it's like housing the hallway through this area, but to have enough of it to do that is crazy. Like to encompass the entire wall structure, even if it's just the innermost part. That being said, though, looking at the walls where the more or less cement rock face meets the obsidian stone, there's a whole bunch of dirt at the corners.
Like it's been pushed there?
Like it's too much. For sure, like erosion and things like that happen to cause this kind of dust, but this is too much.
Okay. I want to investigate in like one of those piles that's like too much. I want to dig a little bit in there.
Yeah. Roll for me an investigation.
Then. I am
The moment
perfectly
that Tanaka will start digging, Angus will probably go over there and start digging as well.
Hey, that's a good roll.
22. Tanaka and Angus both like begin to dig in the dirt. Tanaka, you move things away and Angus does help out. At a certain point, Angus's claws like dig into the dirt and cannot breach any further. Which means that you've just hit bedrock or something of that notion. And it doesn't take that long to do so. Looking at the dirt itself, you can tell it is of the stone to the right and left of the walls, not the black rock in front of you. So it dictates, or should dictate, that the way it is placed, structured, this was likely placed here after something was moved and like scraped the walls. Like something opened or something was like placed here with enough force that it like broke the dirt. for sure the walls to your right and left are weaker compared to the wall in front of you. So that could be it. So there might be some type of hidden passageway here. You just need to figure out how to do that. The dirt itself is made out of a large compacted and constructed material, meaning it could be a mixture of terracotta, cement, or something of that sort. But the wall in front of you is the main concern. And
Well,
possibly opening it.
Looks like you got there's some kind of dirt there. I don't know. What are you looking at there?
This wall is different. It seems like it doesn't belong.
Well,
Do you guys want to help me look around, like the edges here? Maybe there's a seam.
I guess I'll look. I'll look around.
Let's get the other two down here, though.
Well,
Dot,
oh.
Cornu, come on down.
Well, they were doing fine up there, I guess. But if they want to come, if they can come down if they want to.
Oh, okay. We would just like I imagine Dot trying to play a version of rock paper scissors with Cornu. Like they're two just patiently waiting.
Yeah. As you guys are patiently waiting, playing rock paper scissors, Cornu, you do hear something that no one else does hear.
Parchment boulder. Sears.
It's not that part. Cornu, you alone do hear, in your own machinations of how you speak, because I can't do Cornu voice.
That's fine.
You know, this area is big. Maybe you can use magic to figure things out.
Look at that.
Ha, I would again. Okay, your turn. You
What
get there?
magic could we use?
You hear
The whole
nothing.
world is big. Me? Come back, me.
Let's see the corner here. Like Dot looking around.
It's in my head.
What?
It talked in my head. It said everything is big and to use magic to figure things out.
So, how are you connected? And you know, I don't think I should question that. Should we tell them? The others?
I don't know. Probably.
Like Dot
I'm
yells
gonna tell
down from the ledge. Guys, use magic! Apparently this is what Evil Cornu said. That's what Cornu
Evil
said.
Cornu.
What Cornu said. I don't know.
What are you talking about over there? Magic. Magic there?
The voice in my head said to use magic.
You gotta speak up. You're way up there. You know what? It's really hard to hear down here.
Oh,
They're saying,
coming.
Okay, sir.
Dot, quick question. What size are you?
He's like medium height.
Medium? Okay. Cornu grabs Dot and just walks down the side of the cliff.
A slow
Dot
crawl
is just
begins to
like-
happen, leaving like a streak of slime.
Dot is
Doesn't touch the
very
rope, just
surprised.
carrying Dot in her arms.
Beautiful.
Okay.
While that's happening, I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. And just try and get a better view of like what's going on here,
Mhm.
see if there's anything magical other than the rune on the ground, or like
As you cast Detect Magic, you get a glimpse of the magic around you, I believe 30 feet. You first detect your comrades, your friends, allies, or associates, whatever you want to call them. You do see that some type of tether magic is connected to the wall, And looking behind you, you do see the draconic words. They are written in a magical language, and the words themselves seem to have a weird glow to them. They are enchanted for sure. And the first time you look at the words themselves, to you specifically, they seem to glow for a second white and then turn red and then go back to the plain standard glow of magic.
Hmm. I'm gonna. Hey, everyone. This, for one, this wall is magic, or at least adhered through magic. It seems, yeah, it's like tethered there somehow. These runes, though, they've got something weird with them. Can't quite figure it out. Man, do
Maybe
many
if
of
we
you have any experience with magic?
just my mom, but even then I didn't really study all that much. I have some hunters ranger magic, but that's about it.
Hmm.
We haven't tried speaking what it says in Draconic. Why don't we try that? And then Cody will
What?
speak, revealing the truth in Draconic.
You speak, revealing the truth in Draconic, a very guttural noise. But nothing happens.
Well, what do we do now? I gotta put a map. Is this map
Oh.
connected to this place though?
What if we say something true about ourselves?
Hmm.
Would that work?
That's, I mean, it could be worth a shot.
Oh, come on. No one's going to do it. I'll do it first.
All you.
Okay. I do not speak Draconic, but I recently left my family, and well, it's now the best day of my life because I get to meet all of these amazing people.
When Dot says that, Tanakh, you're like staring at it, still casting detect magic. No shift or coloration change on the words themselves.
Okay.
Did it work? I don't know.
It doesn't look like it changed or anything like that, so I'm not sure if that's the answer.
I guess the truth doesn't set you free. All right.
Angus says something in dog, but you can't interpret it. And again, no change or shift in the wording.
Does it have to be in Draconic?
No, it was just an idea that I had. Because
I
it wasn't
just-
Draconic.
Can I just try to like hit it with a like a punch it or something? I mean, usually that works for me, but I mean,
Do you?
Tanakh, do you think that would work if I just hit it? Can I do that? I would want to try to punch it. Can I do that or no?
I mean, if it's magical, it's very unlikely that you could harm it, so I don't really see how it would hurt anything.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, I hold my fist and then I create a surge of negative. Like, I essentially turn my fist into this glowing, like, energy and then use the Hand of Harm ability with a key point and push my life energy and then punch into the door.
The door, not the words on the ground?
Oh.
We're focusing on the words.
I was okay. Focus on the words. Yeah, the words there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll for me 1d6 plus dexterity modifier.
That would be 7 damage.
You do 7 damage to your hand.
Ah.
It does
No.
hurt, for sure. You do break, like, not the words themselves, but like the rock around the words.
Well, there. That was painful. Okay, no, don't try that again.
Don't worry, we'll get you fixed up a little later.
Nah, I can heal myself though.
Nice
Yeah.
punch.
As Ritz
Um,
like hits the thing with it, this is a martial
Okay.
art, a key kind of thing, similar to magic but not quite. Tanak, you still have detect magic on. As Ritz hits it, that weird shining light thing happens. It then shifts to red and then goes back to the inert state of magic coloration.
Okay. So that still did something.
Hmm.
Maybe we need to cast magic into it?
I can have druid magic that I can cast like a little flame or something. I don't know. What do you mean?
I do
Let me-
have some magic.
Let me try something real fast.
Yeah.
Cornu is going to walk up to the words on the ground. And I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try on the words doing True Strike. Because it doesn't say a creature, it just says a target. And it grants you brief insight into the target's defenses. So I don't know if that would apply to this or not.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Thinking outside the box.
So before I mention this, just want to make sure that everything's above board. I'm allowing this. This is fine. I like it. I dig the flavor of this. True Strike only gives you advantage on your next hit, but the flavoring of the words allows me to give you more with True Strike. So Cornu, continue to do what you're doing.
Okay. Yeah, Cornu's gonna like sidle up to it and kind of like jab it with his staff.
Poking it with your staff, using True Strike to connect with it. Tanak, you get that weird red glow thing and then goes back to normal. Cornu, you feel a sensation of magic like circulating through it. It is like connected to an enchantment based off of wording, based off of a spell. The wording itself is reveal the truth. If it is connected to a spell, it must mean or should be correlated to an exact spell to be cast upon it for it to activate. The spells you've already used was detect magic, similar but not quite exactly to magic. Ritz's key, hit strike, and your own magical ability. None of those things worked, but it also might be more connected to the words reveal the truth.
I kind of turn back to the others and go, okay, so it's definitely magic based. The words are important. Do we gotta use a spell?
Well, I don't know if I can do any help there. I don't really have any magic spells.
That
So-
reveals the truth, or does it have to have truth in it? I just
Stone of truth or anything like that.
Corner, you feel like it's the implied meaning, not the exact wording in the spell.
I communicate that. I don't know how to say that right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
so we don't. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Cornu explains to you guys that it's more of the implied meaning of the words rather than the words themselves.
Just for funsies, even though, well, no, okay, what? We haven't rested, right?
You have not.
Okay,
No.
and I only get
It's not my favorite conspiration.
Yeah.
two second levels,
Hmm?
I think.
We're level 3.
Mm-hmm.
That second level spells though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then maybe I'm gonna try. No, that doesn't make any sense. No, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna try to cast mirror image again. In front of the, like on top of the sigil, in front of the glassy wall.
Okay. This actually will do
Happen?
something, but not the thing you probably want.
Oh no. Okay.
As Cornu casts mirror image, on the walls adjacent to the, on the words adjacent to the wall, an image of Cornu is magnified upon you, shown and presented beforehand. Looking at you and looking at the actual thing, the wall. First to knock, you look at the words and nothing happens. You get the weird red thing, and then it goes back to a normal base color. The wall, however, it wasn't reflective before, but as Cornu casts mirror image, the wall itself gives off a reflection of Cornu, or at least the
Ooh.
double of Cornu.
Hey, we found him.
Found me.
We found the other you. I don't know.
Cornu just starts like lifting his arms up and seeing if the other one is doing the exact same thing, or if it starts doing things on its own again.
Your mirror image does. The reflection on the wall does not.
Okay, so I have both a mirror image next to me, like in normal space, and then there's a reflection in the wall that's not doing what I'm doing.
Yes.
Okay.
Guys, there's 3 of me. That one's being weird.
Can it talk? I mean, maybe it could help us. Just gonna look at the reflection. Can you understand us? I'm guessing you're not evil, Cornu.
It feels like it's there, but it also feels like it's stationary. It makes like no indicating marks of breathing, no indicating marks of moving any which way, listlessly, or just stoically. It is definitely there. None of you have reflections on this wall, so it is something tethered to Cornu. You just don't know what this is. It also does not respond to you when you say, "Are you there?"
Do I see anything different with detect magic still up?
With the tech magic still on, you can tell that there is magic on the wall. But it's not supposed to be there. The tethered magic to the words is still there, still apparent. But some weird fluctuation of magic caused this. As if when Cornu cast a spell, it like embedded an imprint of what is attached to Cornu and like reflected it on the wall. Like that is like slowly fading away, but for now it's like still reflected on the wall.
What? Yeah, Cornu there. What did you do? Why is there an image of you?
I don't know.
Cornu takes his staff and just starts tapping the wall.
Hello?
Tap, 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 tap.
Hello?
Cody, I got an idea here.
What?
What if I set the map on the words?
That's a question.
At this point, it's now visible to everyone else that the... I'm just going to call it an after image. The after image of Cornu on the wall is like fading. And within like a minute, it's going to disappear fully.
I'll wait until the that one is over with first, though. I think it... Okay.
Yeah, but the only thing that I have remotely close to a spell that reveals truth. It's speak with animals.
I give the map to knock you. You want take this here map and see what it does. And I give the map to Tanakh and see if let her put it on either the wall or the words.
I'm gonna try the words first.
You touch it to the ground, and it does do that weird coloration change, but it then goes back to normal.
Okay. So not quite. Looking at the map, does it look any different in this light? The light from the runes?
It kind of does. Not to like a great extravagant expanse. It just feels more detailed, even though it doesn't look like it's changed in any way.
Okay.
Let me try the one spell that I could potentially have that goes with revealing truth. And I will go up to the words and I will ritually cast Speak with Animals.
10 minutes later, speaking with animals, you embed the magic into the area. To knock once again, red light, and then shift to nothing. It
At
doesn't.
this point, if that took 10 minutes, then detect magic is gone.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna say while like ritually casting it, it like does the fluctuation thing, and by the time it fully ritually is cast, Tanak's stuff would be gone, and Cody's Speak with Animals does not do anything. So this way, it allows you not to like cast this again without needing to.
Yeah. Well,
At this point, who is the closest to a wizard here?
Yeah.
Probably me.
Probably, yeah.
it would be either Tanakh or Dot, one of the two. Actually, Cornu would also be along those lines, but
Cornu is close.
being wise.
Cornu is close, which is why I gave him the hint. Dot and Tanakh, go ahead and roll for me Arcana.
Oh gosh.
This goes against my morals, man. I wish I was a wizard.
Come on, roll 20. Be kind.
Yeah, at this point, you guys would have seen the magical flows, the different kind of magics you guys try to use, and you can use that knowledge base to interpret what potential spell.
Man, that was the slowest roll I've ever seen. Okay.
10, 12. Okay.
Oh, are we all rolling Arcana or no?
No, just us two.
Oh, okay.
Based off of the wording, based off of everything, Tanakh, you can tell that it is, Just give me 1 second. Based off of the wording of what you can tell that this is a spell that magical folk can cast. It's a divination spell. Similar akin to the first spell you used, which was Detect Magic. Dot examining the area, examining the spells or the spell-like effects that your comrades have done, it is definitely divination magic, and it is definitely something that a wizard or a bard could potentially use. You just need to know how to cast it. It is similar in make to the Detect Magic spell, but you know that when wizards need to truly understand something magical, once they've detected something's magical, they use the Identify spell to reveal what it truly is.
Does anyone have the Identify spell?
No.
No, I don't either.
Guys, I think we're stuck.
Well, we can always come back to it later.
Yeah.
That is true. Like this is like an entrance through, you believe, but that does not mean it's the only one. You're just not able to go through this door.
Wait. So, just asking this. This is a magical door, correct?
Yeah.
Or like, sort. I don't know if the spell would work. But I'm.
You're about to miss
The
Yeah,
spell, if it did anything, there's a chance that it could actually
Oh, come
break
on.
the door. So
Hang on, let me.
Unless you have, okay, this is me speaking out of turn here. Unless you
Yeah,
have
go
like knock, you would not be able to
That
open the door.
That is exactly the spell I
Okay.
was going to use, but I did not know if it would count if it's just. I thought it was just like a stone wall, if that made sense. I didn't. It was like it was
yeah.
like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have knock. Can I try using it
It
on
can be a
the?
door, a box, chest, a set of miracles, a padlock, another object that contains a mundane or magical means that prevents access. It is to the civilization and the mundane means. Technically works. The target. Yeah, you can. Like, this is one way of breaking this puzzle, in a good way. But
I
do
hate
realize-
not being a wizard. This hurts me.
you do realize the full extent of knock, correct?
No, no.
Oh God.
It's loud.
No.
it is very loud.
No, would Todd care?
What did
No,
you do
he would
there?
not.
You guys are
Todd would not
my
care.
ears. They hurt. Hi.
She just goes up to the
Maybe
Maybe
door.
we should wait until we investigate some more to make sure there's not
Did you already do it? You did it already?
Or like putting her hand back. like, really
Consequences.
ready to do the spell. But do you want me to do it? I'm gonna. Dot is like totally ready to do it.
I don't know. I mean, you put it up on there. I don't.
Yeah,
That's up to
that-
Dogma. If you take is there take backsies or no?
I don't think there's.
She
There's a
could have
ring.
just put it up there for reading.
You did put it up there for
That's
reading.
fun.
You didn't say you
I did
cast
put
the
it up
spell,
for
which is different.
How many
I
people?
support you, Anna.
All right, Dot is legit just gonna raise her hand, cast knock, and just like an exploding sound as the spell works.
Yeah.
just like
As Dot like places the hand on the wall, it's not strange because everyone in the house has been casting magic to see what works, what doesn't work, what affects the wall, what affects the words. But as Dot pushes their hand against the obsidian wall, a loud boom is just heard massively through and echoing through the chambers next to you. Like, the loud openness of this space is also amplifying the sound. For sure, if something is down here, has heard it. And the obsidian wall itself, like, gets thrown to the right side. Like if it's on some type of mechanism. To knock, you do see the words light up, go red, go back down, and then just like turn off, indicating that the door has opened. Because the door has opened. You definitely heard that. And you see a hallway into who knows where. Do you guys go through and try to close the door back up, or do you wait and see if something shows up? Or do you go inside and run?
We better get in there and
that just gets a thumbs up.
see what's inside at least. I mean, we made this much time.
Are our ears ringing?
And then in the first place, Dot is just like she's not aware that it probably hurt everyone else hear the noise. She's like, "Well, I did my job, anyways." She's gonna like pull out a torch or like grab one of the torches. Are we going?
Sure.
Everybody ready?
Looking inside, you see a long hallway made out of stone and very, very clean and not broken down at all. There's, of course, dust and mildew, stuff like that would exist over time, but no creatures. For now.
Do I hear anything down?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Cornu, can we hear anything?
I was like, are we just gonna ready to go down?
How long do you wait until you can hear something?
I mean, I would imagine that I'd wait like 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay. A good minute later, your hearing does come back.
Oh,
that's right.
Yeah.
And like 2 minutes into that, you do hear something very far away. It is faint, but it's getting closer to you guys. It might not have a direct line to you, but it's definitely heading towards the big sound. Now, to be fair, that doesn't mean it knows where you're at and it's immediately mad dashing straight towards you. It just knows relatively where you are. You can hope nothing tracks you down, or you can move out of there.
Oh. Something's coming. We should
I say
probably
we go inside.
That's like Ari heading
Yeah,
down the
yeah,
hallway.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go.
inside.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Entering inside, you do see a hallway, a very large expanse. You turn to where you more or less came from, the path you were walking, and you can tell that there's a path leading that way, which will just get you back to where you came from, and you're not sure where it'll let out. But at the exact same time, if you go the other way, you know it'll get you further into this city. You just don't know where that'll let you out. Do you go right or left? Right going back to where you came from, left going to a new place.
I kind of want a new place.
I say we try to go a new place.
There's that sense of adventure. All right.
Well,
That's
we
like
better head off into the fun new place, right? Yeah.
the fun no
Okay.
place.
Do you guys try to close the door or do you leave it open?
Can we close the door?
I will allow another knock to close it.
I do not have the spell slot.
I am going to look.
Otherwise,
I am
athletics.
going to look. I'm going to look to see if there's some sort of lever on the inside that would close the door, or some sort of
Also,
Um,
Ritz goes and walks over and tries to like pull the door back shut.
yeah. Looking for a lever. Ritz, you don't. Sorry, not Ritz. Cody, you don't find one. There
Okay.
is symbolism on the wall itself indicating a word, much like the one that was outside. This one is still written in Draconic, so you can read it if you read Draconic.
Yes.
This one does state, the aiming stars strike true. You just try to use athletics to like push the door back closed.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I need at least 2 of you to roll and
I-
both get 18s.
What am I rolling?
I will help.
Athletics.
I can't
Athletics.
do. I'm sorry, you guys. Listen, you guys got this. You
It's a
guys
heavy
got
door.
that. The old man and the young.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Wow,
It ain't going anywhere. Tanak helping out.
Oh man, I have to. All right. Great job, you guys.
goodness. All right.
Oh no.
Oh no! All right, let me try. I'm not great with this.
Oh no.
No.
Restoring budgeon. Let's see here. You know what? I'll reduce. Not everyone roll again. Before
Can
you
I
do
use-
though.
I'm gonna use the grappling hook as a leverage.
No.
Aw.
This time though, we'll go with a commutative roll. So we do need to hit DC 30, but we're going to include and add up all your numbers that were rolled together. If you hit 30, you'll have it closed, but it'll be exhausting to do so.
You're saying we're gonna be exhausted?
Yes.
All right.
Like, no. I'm
Oh.
okay. I'm talking about like
Oh my God!
like
of one.
exhaustion.
Exhaustion.
Like one.
Yes.
Yeah. So be careful.
69.
Guys.
Yeah, I was
Nice.
questioning whether I didn't roll it yet because I didn't know if we wanted to be exhausted I don't want to. I want to make sure we're okay. I guess we're
could
doing it.
rest in the hallway,
Well,
probably.
my thought is we at least get the door closed and then we don't go anywhere.
There
and
you
we
go.
Take a
You happy
rest.
now?
Yay! There we go.
In the distance, you guys can see something in your very minimal vision of clarity. It is big. It is massive. It is destructively gross, if I want to truly explain it.
Well,
Does anyone have superior dark vision?
Nope.
I don't think I even have dark vision.
Does anyone have
Oh,
Do not.
Doug, I rolled that, by the way, if you didn't see it.
I did see. Very good.
Okay.
I'll just
I
say
have
you
dark-
don't have exhaustion. Tanak, did you say you have it?
I have dark vision.
Nobody else does.
Well,
I
I'm looking
can
for more
see-
of a 120-foot range, which is superior
Oh.
dark vision.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Okay. You guys do have
think we
torches,
would have
though,
to
so
be-
I think dark
We'd
vision
have to
would
be
still
elf.
work.
Elf to have that ability, probably.
See in the dark up to. Thank you, Cornu. Okay, so I'm gonna give this to Cornu and Tanak, since you do have light sources and you could see technically a little bit further. That's how light sources work. As you guys begin to close it as forcefully as possible, at the very distance of your perceptible vision, Tanak and Cornu, you see something massive heading your way. It is a strange red tinted bug. It is far more massive than what Cornu has ever faced. This is similar to a millipede, but it is far more vicious looking and far more gross looking. As it's rummaging towards you, it is just breaking dirt compounds, potentially rock, and just heading your way like a train. As you close the door, you're not sure if it saw you, but this door was hard to
Heard
move to
you.
begin with. So it might just be out here for a while.
Oh, okay, there, guys. We gotta get that door shut there. That was good effort.
Did we actually get it shut though?
You did, thankfully.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay.
You guys do have a point of exhaustion minus Ritz, but if you intend to take a long rest, that will waive once you fully complete the long rest.
I mean, I'm definitely up for taking a long rest right now, guys.
I mean, it's pretty safe in here.
We got any supplies here? We got a bedroll and some other camping things.
Didn't we leave those back at the other camp?
Yes.
Hmm.
Well, it's a rock slumber party.
You guys would have like another set of clothing, so you could definitely use that as bedding. It won't be the best, but you at least have something.
Cornu has his bed built in, so
That is true.
he's good.
That's fine here. That would like go in our pockets and pull out like a very large quilt and put it on the floor. Here, there we go.
Pockets of holding.
All right, then yeah. So we agreed we're gonna take a long rest.
Hell there. Who's gonna be the watcher? The
Yeah.
the night shifts, if you know what I mean.
I can go first.
I'll go second. Or if you want to, or I could go first if you want to rest.
Like, or do we do like 2 people at a time?
That's generally better in my opinion.
All right. So Dot and Cornu first, I guess.
Okay. I'll take second watch then, with whoever wants to join me.
Means we gotta stay up. Or you gotta be like, it's 12 hours. Is that how that works?
And actually, we don't quite have enough people to do 2 per watch, so I can take mine on my own, and then you guys can take the last one.
I'll do mine with I can do mine by myself, and I can do it with Angus. And Angus is particularly keen on hearing and his smells, so he'll at least be helping out, even if it's even when he's sleeping, he'll be able to catch things a little easier than most people.
Right.
Yes, yeah, we'll start the watches and do a long rest.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. The first individuals at first watch, go ahead and roll for me perception checks. Which I believe,
Okay.
yes, Dot and Cornu. Thank you.
Oh boy.
And 12. As you guys are doing this, Cornu and Dot, you do see the boar magically disappear. That will happen.
Oh my god. It's
Cody
dead.
probably told you.
Oh, they've probably seen it. They've seen him disappear because we've spent 5 days.
That's fair. You've also seen Cody's duck. Anyways, as it disappears, it's the main thing that happens. As you hear or perceive things, Cornu specifically, both of you don't see or hear anything near you guys. You guys have a more or less uncomplicated first watch. Cornu, at the very, very distance of your hearing, you do hear something mechanical. Or the best way I can describe it for Cornu, you hear something hitting another thing that's metal, hitting another thing that's metal. But it's like so faint that unless you're like really focused in on it, you would not hear it at all.
Good to know. And then does Cornu hear anything from the centipede thing outside? Can he hear it moving around or anything? He would be very paranoid about that.
You hear it for a while, but it then fades away at the like near 30 minutes before your watch ends.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right, we'll go and we'll wake up the next person.
Okay, I
Hey, wake
believe
up.
that was Cody and Tanakh. Sorry, not Cody and Tanakh. Ritz and Tanakh.
Mm-hmm.
Perception.
Good morning.
And I'm exhausted, right? So disadvantage. Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta.
Oh shit, I forgot about that. Do we
Technically.
need to do disadvantage on ours?
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna take your first one. I forgot, so
Mine's
that's
gonna
on
be
me.
14.
Yeah, it's okay.
My roll's a 14.
Okay.
Am I taking mine? I'm taking it with Tanakh, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Standard, because I forgot the exhaustion rules.
I got a 16.
Okay. You do hear something at the very edges of your hearing, both of you. You're not sure if it's outside or if it's inside this hallway, but it's far away. It's like an echoing sound that is coming from a very large distance away, that it's not anywhere near you. It's not getting any louder. It's just visibly present within your hearing.
Okay. Can I tell like any kind of direction? Is it further down the like this hallway or?
The left side, which would be the new path you're taking, if you decide to continue to take that path.
Okay. I'm gonna. Hey, Ritz.
Yeah, there.
I'm gonna go just a little ways. Listen out for me.
I don't know if that's a great idea there, but yeah, I mean, if you feel like you want to, that's up to you.
I won't go too far. Just a little.
Well, okay. Sounds. I mean, yeah. I'll keep watch. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Tanakh's gonna go down the hall like that way, maybe like 30 feet-ish. I just want to see if I can glean any more information about what I'm hearing.
You go
Pay
30
attention
feet.
to what she's doing.
Yeah.
What she's doing.
You guys didn't say you gutted out your light sources, so for sure you can see. As Tanakh, you get 30 feet away from the campsite. You do see something maybe 20 feet away from where you're currently standing. There is like a broken wall adjacent to you to your right side. You for sure can hear something mechanical, some metal hitting metal, turning some type of wheel. Do you press further on or do you go back?
It's definitely what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Okay. Since I know what it is, I'll head back.
Okay.
Yeah, you see what you wanted to you see there, or find what you wanted to find?
It looks like there's a piece of machinery, maybe 50-ish feet down.
I don't know much about those mechanoid things or machinery things. Those are above past my time. I like the old-fashioned way of things.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily gonna come after us or anything like that. It seems pretty stationary.
Well, keep an eye open.
That's the plan.
As you guys are keeping an eye open, I'm gonna roll something.
Oh no!
Wow.
Why?
That's not
Oh,
dirty.
shit.
Dogma, you can hide your rolls, you know.
Yeah, I know.
You did like 5 out of 2. Like,
As you guys are keeping your watch, suddenly, like you just hear a massive. The best way I can describe it is as if you're in a tent, and some massive creature is crawling over your tent, and you hear every step. It like
you like when
Cody,
you're in the forest,
yeah.
and like you have like a bear, and then the bear like walks,
Oh my
and you
God,
see the
yeah.
silhouette of the bear walk outside your tent.
yep.
Ritz and Tanakh, you hear like massive sounds outside of where you're at, like just stomping on where you're standing. Like this is good embedded rock, good, like a good foundation to hide in. But you hear everything. It is echoing where you're standing. You're surprised the walls haven't caved themselves in, which means that this is very well built. But you do see like some sediment like remove itself adjacent to itself, so it won't be able to withstand this type of thing all the time. But if it's just a slow or like a quick thing, then the hallway will survive. A few minutes later, when like you're standing guard in case something does break and you need to wake up your team, that weird whatever that thing was, very big thing, is gone. You don't hear it anymore. You don't feel that vibration on the ground or on the walls.
All right. Well, hate that.
Well, they're and they teach us that in the monastery there. That's a new one.
You guys try to open the door?
I think Ritz is kind of like so he doesn't really get like paranoid, but like for some reason he's kind of like tense. Like normally he wouldn't be tense.
Yeah. Like it was destructive. But it is now gone. After that thing, you do have no other situations happen during your watch.
Did Itty? So me and Tanakh were the only ones that heard that noise, or did everybody hear it?
Everyone was asleep, and I'm going to say because you're so exhausted, you did not wake up due to that, unless someone woke you up.
Okay, so okay, I don't know if you can. I either do this for flavor, but like basically, I think Ritz would have trouble going back to sleep after that.
Fair. We're just going to do that flavor-wise. You
Okay.
will fully rest.
Okay, but maybe like some, I don't know. You could throw something in there later. Well, that's a little worrisome, but that's okay.
You notice that Tanakh is like weirdly calm for some reason. You seem like she should be a lot more shaken than she is.
You're looking a little easy there. You okay, or you feel like you've been through this before or something?
I mean, hearing things in the night is not too uncommon. Been traveling on my own for a while.
Well, same here, but I don't really hear giant things crawling around. I usually hear bears or maybe like the occasional deer, but nothing like that.
I don't know. Just feel calm in the dark. Nah, here. It's okay.
I start to, once we get close to the time, I start to wake up Cody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wake up Cody, and for you do rest, but you have a hard time resting. Tanakh goes back to sleep. So does Cornell. Cody gets woken up. Does Cody get told anything?
Keep an eye
Yeah.
out there, Cody.
Uh-huh.
Don't think about it too hard, but there's some things around, and we got to be careful. Keep our backs and make sure you're keen on your senses.
Yeah.
Well, be careful of what's going on above. We had a little bit of a scare, but it wasn't too concerning.
She's being modest.
Just
Okay. Okay. I'll see what happens.
Yes, there.
Get some rest. Okay, I'm rolling with disadvantage.
Again, I forgot, so just roll normally.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to penalize everyone because of my mistake.
And then I'm rolling for Angus. He gets advantage. He's just going to be more of a hearing and smelling. So he will get advantage. 16 plus 3, that's a 19 for Angus.
Mm-hmm.
And during my watch, I am going to attempt to summon an owl.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so can you guys see your tokens? Because all I see are your names and health bars.
No.
No, cannot see
No.
them.
I can see tokens.
Do you want us to bring them out again? Or
No, because it might be me, and I want to see if it's me or the map.
It's probably the map because I can see health bars and my names in the names, but that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, while I'm doing that, as you're examining the area, along with Angus, you can tell that Angus begins to bark and like points towards the left side of the hallway. For sure, Angus does hear something. No, it's just not working.
I will mostly take note of it, but I'm not gonna explore that. Just more of like there's something down there to the left, but I'm not going to go too far and explore. And then I'm going to roll my D10 for Francis. An 8.
It isn't bad. Man, I cannot. Well, I'll figure out the token thing. Okay. And this is your summoning thing, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So I rolled the D10 for Francis, whether or not Francis comes out.
Francis does not come out here.
Okay.
So you are able to summon the thing you're trying to summon.
And I'm just summoning a small little owl. I will post what it looks like in the Discord.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep you here for now while I figure out the map. Okay.
Okay, he looks like that. Little tiny owl that just kind of perches on my shoulder.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Nice.
I'm gonna be looking down the other way, but that's about as far as I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna go delve down deeper.
Are you sure?
Where's your sense of adventure?
I mean, I don't want
Well-
to tell you what to do. So if
Well,
that's what you
I am-
believe,
We're all exhausted.
Cody is by himself. And he sees more of with Angus. He uses it more of, oh, there's something over there, but I'm not. It's more of as a precaution. And he doesn't. He knows that if he goes out, it can be somewhat dangerous with Angus. But he's also having to look after the other people in the party. So
mm-hmm.
he has a sense of responsibility. He just has some other issues.
That is fair.
Let's
So-
go.
Okay.
Oh yeah, a little pygmy owl. Or an elf owl, one of the two.
Yeah.
Little elf owl.
As you're getting everything set up, making sure you're not alone, as well as your owl. Still no token. Well, this map is dead to me.
Oh,
It's okay. It's a bummer I can't use it. Because I can see it. Ignore the size, it's just importing in the owl. As you're examining, casting...
Oh,
Giant
he's big.
owl. Big owl.
big owl.
Like, all of a sudden you wake up and Cody's underneath this giant owl. Help.
I summon.
You should have control of
It's-
the owl now.
Is his
Okay.
name Albert?
I don't really have a name for him.
As you're waiting and seeing what's going on, keeping an eye out for things. For sure, the owl hears the same sound that Angus is hearing to the left side. It looks towards you, like turned its head, indicating, "Are you gonna look at that?" And then like looks back to the left side. Doesn't go anywhere because you haven't commanded it to.
Okay. Okay, I'll go down. Just not too far though. And then he'll go down with both. This little owl and Angus just a little far with his with my lamp lantern.
As you take your lantern and head further into the area, there's still a light source where your companions are, so for sure you can see each other. Roughly 20 feet away, when you fully now begin to hear that sound that your companions have been hearing, it is a strange ticking, like metal hitting on metal, but it is corroded, as if it's not hitting properly.
Hmm.
I'll go a little closer and see how is it not hitting properly.
Okay. You get like 10 feet away so you can observe the opening. Looking inside, you do see a mechanism of gears and metal hitting each other. You can tell if it was hitting perfectly. The metal bit that hits the gear would hit it once, have a full rotation, and then hit it again and have a full rotation. There are other metal parts themselves, but the metal part that hits the gear, it's at an angle and a skew that's like not hitting it fully, and has to like forcibly drive the gear downwards, causing it to like almost get stuck onto the metal bit that's hitting it down quickly, and like has to forcibly rend itself away, and like continues to do that over and over again. The longer this will continue, more than likely this mechanism, whatever it is, will break.
Is it bent? Is the hammer portion bent? Is that what's going on?
The hammer portion is bent.
Okay. I'm gonna quickly look to see if there's an off switch.
Looking around, you just see wall everywhere. Like this opening feels like it doesn't feel like it immediately broke off, but if something was here, it like over time, or maybe someone removed it, allowing this opening to exist. It looks like a perfectly cut stone that should be here is no longer there.
Okay, so there's like an indent of there should have been some sort of stone that went there, but it's no longer there.
Correct. By the way, like it's so perfectly aligned. Cody doesn't have background in thieves. You would know how people hide things. You can tell by the way this was removed. Something likely hid something behind this wall, and like took it long ago, and like never replaced the brick.
Oh, okay. So more of thieves got in here long ago, and
Thieves or someone that hid something there and didn't want to be caught with it.
yeah. Okay. Can I look around to see if I can find the brick?
You look around, and eventually you look into the mechanical thing without pulling it too close. Your head's a little long, so you don't want to get that stuck in. You do see the brick like 3 feet downwards inside this mechanical contraption area.
And can I get to it?
Not
Or is
without
it-
like jamming your hand through a bunch of metal.
Oh, okay.
Like it is 3 feet away, and for sure you can get that if the metal parts were in there. Like the stone thing itself like slid down the wall and then eventually like landed. The problem is like leaning in there and getting your arm without bending your arm and somehow getting 3 feet down.
Is it
It's not impossible, it's just awkward.
okay? It's awkward. So there's nothing stopping, say, my little owl from getting in there and pushing it through back.
How big is the owl?
Huh?
How big is the owl?
Oh, they're small, like little elf owls, or
They're like
They're-
baseball size.
yeah, baseball.
That's
Maybe a little baseball softball size.
Yeah, that's a good size. Second question. How much can it carry?
Ooh, let's see.
Like a brick's a good 5 to 10 pounds, dependent on brick.
Let me see.
You said this was an elf owl, right?
Yeah.
So elf owls, so judging by carrying capacity, I normally look at what they eat. They eat scorpions, grasshoppers, and sometimes mice and small lizards. So that's normally kind of generally the carrying capacity.
Okay.
Okay.
A great
So
horned
a large
owl,
owl can.
5
a large
pounds,
owl
so it
can-
wouldn't be able to carry that much.
No. About the most that it would be able to do is maybe push it, but if it
Like you can definitely
struggling-
like get rope and like have the owl like lasso it
Yeah.
somehow.
yeah, I'd probably do that then. 'Cause
Yeah.
it wouldn't have a problem, and I have plenty of rope. I have like 4 or 5 ropes.
Did you take the rope? Okay. Well, you have one less because the rope is still dangling above there.
That was Rit's rope. I have 3 hemp ropes myself.
Then Ritz has one less rope.
Rude. I have 0 rope.
But you have a way back up there.
Yeah.
I have to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Like for sure, the owl can like loop it around. That's not an issue. It can come back. It's now on your shoulder. Cody, go ahead and roll sleight of hand to not accidentally bump it against anything.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I was gonna say I'll give you advantage if your owl helps, but 16 is good enough that you don't bump
the
anything.
owl was. Yeah, the owl was just mainly getting it around the.
Yeah.
The brick.
Slipping it through the hole, you now have brick that'll fit perfectly inside this wall. That, however, hasn't changed the metal bit that is like slowly but surely gonna get clogged up with the gears.
How thick is the metal bit? Is it something that I could hit back into place, or?
It's as thick as a ball peen hammer. So like,
Okay, yeah, so nothing that I
inch.
wouldn't do. This is very much something that we would have to stop in order to replace. I mean, to fix.
Unless you have the magic for it.
Nope, I do not have the mending spell.
Well, then,
So.
kind of.
Yeah.
Unless like
then I'll
you,
just.
like good timing and enough force, you can like smack it in and hope for the best.
Yeah, no, the chance of Cody being able to do that is not very good. So.
Yeah.
Is there another hallway in there different from the way that I came down?
Inside like the mechanical contraption area, it feels like it's in itself, it's its own hallway, but you for sure could not fit in there. A small creature might be able to, like your owl, but like a halfling, a gnome, a humanoid entity, none of your team would be able to. Like it is uncomfortably small.
Okay, so it's pretty much a dead end.
Within the mechanical thing, yeah. But there's still like further left side hallway that you can go through.
Oh, that's what I was talking about.
Oh,
It's like the general room, besides the hall that I came down to get to the mechanical device. Was there some way else out, or is it just kind of a dead end for us?
it's still darkness beyond 60 feet. I think torchlight gives you like 40 feet, and your own vision gives you like another 20. Like it's still darkness, but it's still a hallway. You still have a good while to go through this hallway to make it anywhere.
Okay. Then I will just. I'll be like, okay, there's a place to go further down. Then I'll head back to the. I'll head back to the party.
Yeah. Heading back to the party, no one has died, thankfully. So you, with the rest of your watch, you lie down, take your full rest, so everyone can wake up. Now, I'm going to do this one last thing, and then we're going to take a 5-minute break. To knock as you're sleeping, within the recesses of your mind, you do hear a voice you've heard in the past. A voice you tend to nowadays not really listen to, because you're not sure how to feel.
Mhm.
It's not asking for a response. It's not like expecting one. It's just saying something to you. Maybe it's a conversation you've had in your past, or maybe it's something new. But it feels prominent in this moment in time. In your mind, you do hear these corridors, lost and ancient and full of magic. There are many things in this world that are full of magic. Many of them can destroy, can conquer, and can help. But it's up to the individual to create these gifts. If you find something here, if you find the words, the true words of magic once more, the true words of the universe, then perhaps they can help you once again. It feels like this thing is speaking to you once again, but the way it is, the way you can tell, this is a lucid dream. So you could basically respond to it, but you're not sure if it's truly speaking to you or if it's just words you are hearing again.
In a lucid dream, I think I would respond. Do you know these corridors?
In the voice, it does state, "Not these ones, no. These were far gone before I ever arrived anywhere. But they are familiar. They are similar to what we have faced before, to what we have seen before where we are now, and where we currently still reside. This should not be here, but all the same is here, because someone, or rather something, many things, decided to keep it from fully being destroyed." It might hold a word of strength, a true word of the world that may be able to help if you are willing to read.
Read where?
That I do not know. I do not know where, but it draws from the same power, from the same gifts we have seen before. And you must, and at that point, when it says "and you must," you do wake up. So does everyone else. As Cody, you are awake. Ritz, you've been more or less panic, stay up, sort of sleeping. So you do fully recover. Everyone fully recovers, and you do feel something like cracking against the walls. And with that, we'll take a 5-minute break.
Ah!
That's cryptic.
I'll be back.
Yeah. Okay. I'm very interested in that.
You're what?
Oh, I was getting into the lucid dream. I guess that's a better way to say it. Lucid voice. Lucid dream voice. I don't know what to call it. Man, hang on. I'll be back.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, I'll be back too.
And I'm back. Fire alarms have finally stopped. Yeah. I mean, like, every now and then the town like puts sirens. That's probably a better way to say sirens
Mhm.
throughout town. So I had to deal with that for a few minutes.
Oh.
I don't know why they do that. I don't know if it was because it's an actual incident or just to see if they work. But
Probably to see if they work.
yeah,
If it's late, probably. I don't know. That sounds weird.
I don't know. I mean, sometimes we get them like really early in the mornings too. So I don't know. It
Might be drills.
maybe. I'm not too worried about it. Really, it's not a big concern. I think I just got used to them. But yeah.
Fair enough. Gave my boy his shot. Now he is eating.
Oh.
Mhm. Let's see here. What if I copy and paste you on GM layer and then move you to the regular layer? Nope.
Trying to fix the map.
You're trying to.
You'll get it. I mean, you understand it more than I do, so. I believe in you, Dogma. You got this.
Appreciate it. Hmm. Let's see here. Do I have to turn vision on? Is that all?
I am back.
Welcome back. Nope. Wasn't vision. Bitty beep. Bada boop.
I tried using my token, hitting use token. Is there anything that I can do to help you figure this out, Dogma?
I think it just might be the map. I might have to scrap the entire map.
No.
It's not a
That's
problem.
Leave it so hard on it.
It's okay. As long as you guys are having fun, I truly don't care if a map gets lost.
Just a map.
Definitely having fun.
Yeah.
Almost.
I feel like I'm having more paranoia than fun right now, but that's okay.
I mean, yeah.
Might be the point.
It's like everything come across. It's like we are in serious trouble.
Huh? Maybe this is this more serious situation than before when I felt like I was more powerful last campaign.
Man, it's weird. We had such serious characters. Now we gotta deal with lighthearted ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hurted yourself.
No, like
Yeah, you guys,
I
but I'm like
forgot.
incapable of doing serious characters.
I forgot how much like things freak you out when you're like level 5 and below. It's like weird.
Yeah. It's like,
It's real.
oh!
I'm gonna die.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
We're in a spooky hallway. Woo!
Spooky hallway.
Spooky hallway.
Spooky.
Spooky.
Let's go.
So spooky. It's nice.
I'm.
Dogma.
Yes.
I just realized something about Cornu. If
Uh-huh.
he has been running in the forest this whole time, hiding, where did he get all of his shit?
He found it.
Did he just steal
Did he
it?
just like find a dead corpse in the woods and loot its body or something?
That's up to you to decide. He could have just found it.
Is this slime like what's it called? What is the blob creature that I cannot remember the name of called?
The gelatinous cube.
Is it like the
Blob?
gelatinous cube where it can absorb things? And it eventually like dissolves the
Yes.
body and you're just dealing with like a bunch of items. You're like, oh, never mind now. All right.
I mean, maybe. Who knows? That's kind of funny. But yeah, I was just like, wait, where did he get all of his stuff?
How much stuff does Cornu have? What has Cornu been doing? Is he a thief? Dang.
Hmm.
I mean, seems on brand to me.
Little menace to society.
Yeah. I'll just use this map. Okay. Everyone good to go?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
Always good to have more than one map prepared. Okay. As you more or less are woken up by a strange reverberating in the walls, Cody, you do see your companions wake up. Ritz was already up. He already like comes out fists ready. Tanakh, Dot, Cornu wake up as well, dependent on how you guys are. Tanakh, you had that lucid dream. Dot and Cornu, you slept fine. Nothing to worry about.
I probably had like dreams about trains.
As you wake up, you do feel that the right wall is like, it feels weird, but it's like vibrating. And that like woke
What
you up.
wall is vibrating?
The right wall. Like,
Or did
let's
In the
say,
direction we're not going.
let's say this is the position you're at. You fell asleep. This wall would be the one vibrating. Yes.
Mhm.
do walls normally do that?
Well, I wouldn't think that walls would normally be moving, so no.
You haven't been in my home. Okay.
I don't want to be in your home if that's okay there.
Oh, why not?
That doesn't seem like a normal why would walls move? That doesn't seem right. What's
Why
wrong?
would they? I mean, walls could be sentient too. See the other objects.
Could
Ritz
be.
kind of like ponders a little bit and it's like, okay. I feel like I've not questioned this before, so you kind of get lost in thought. Walls.
Understand that. But she's gonna have to like touch the wall to see if something happens.
You do touch the wall, and it's definitely vibrating with enough force that it's causing your own hand to vibrate. It is not normal from what you've seen so far. And it wasn't doing this several hours when you were asleep. So for sure, it's not normal here. Looking back on things,
Does it have a rhythm? Like footsteps? Or
it has kind of a rhythm, but not of footsteps, not of something living. It's more like the best way I can describe it, because it's the only way I've ever seen it happen, is as if someone accidentally vacuumed up something and it's like making that weird vibration because it's trying to chug it into the vacuum, but it ain't going.
Mhm.
I hate that.
But
Uh-huh.
Yep, hate that.
Wait, I had a game question. Which way do we come through? Like the top part, the left, or the right?
The left.
Or the left? Okay. All right, that makes sense. Okay.
Where are we headed off to? Are we going up here? Do we want to head up this way, or where do you want to head off to?
There's only one direction we can go right now, right?
No, we can go right or left.
Mm-hmm.
On the left is a machine that seems to be slightly broken. Had a check on it not too long ago.
So left is towards the machine, and right is towards the vacuum suction rumble.
The wall is the vacuum suction rumble. Like the entire thing. To the left would be where the machine is, correct? To the right is going back down the path you came from, but in a new hallway.
Okay, Dogman, if we're gonna give directions, we need to have just throw a north arrow on there, please. It's so helpful.
Okay. I'm also gonna draw a shape.
Just in case we don't get confused.
Wait, so this one here, that's where we came from, right?
Ignore that. Just look at the blue square.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
This
really
is where the opening is, where that machine thing Cody mentioned is at. This entire wall, where the machine thing is vibrating, making that weird chugging sound. It is still happening. Going
okay.
this way, so towards the machine area, would be a new path you're taking. Going the
I kind of want to look at the machine.
Machine. And then you guys are here. Look at that. Okay. So towards the machine?
Rightio then.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. That map is not working, so I have to just do this for a quick second. As you head towards the machine, again, blue dot is you. Looking towards the wall of where it is, you do see a strange, almost ball peen hammer shape, currently jammed through a socket of a sprocket. It is like trying to move, but it ain't going anywhere. The rest of the contraption that's tied and tethered to it, it is also like chugging, burning up. It's hot. Like from the distance where you're at, let's say you're a foot away from it. It feels warm. It feels warmer than the area you're currently at, and it will not sustain this type of heat nor pressure forever. More than likely, from what you can tell, the machinery continues along the right wall, which might explain the reverberation you're feeling.
Okay.
You can ignore it. You can break it.
No.
You can leave.
Can I see what this machine is supposed to do, or can I try and figure it out?
You can definitely interpret.
Should
Go
I
ahead.
look around for that?
I
It
will-
looks
I will-
interesting also.
I will help out because I am interested. I was just trying to figure out if it was fixable, but so
I want to just look at the piece of metal there.
Hmm?
Is that an insight or investigation?
It would be an insight.
Okay.
All around insight. Those looking into it.
Oh, come on. Just one lower.
insight.
No, that's a natural 2.
Aw.
Hey, I rolled good.
I wanted it to be a natural 1 because then I could re-roll it.
You did your best.
Killing that insight.
Examining, looking through the wall, looking at the mechanical contraption. It's a machine, Ritz. You're not very good with these, or at the very least,
Nah.
you've never seen this one beforehand, so it's kind of hard to interpret what it is. Cody and Tanakh, you investigate this thing, you check it out, examine it, and you can tell. You have no idea what this is, but for sure it should be turning. This kind of medical contraption would either have to be 1, magically infused to continue to move this way, or 2, have some type of energy to continue to move this way. If something blocks or blockades it from doing what it needs to do, well, for one, a chain of events will happen, causing it to fully break. And that's never good if you're inside the thing that it is trying to work on. Fixing it is ideal, and right now it's just like bent metal into metal.
So what
It
does
is-
this little piece of metal here do? Or it starts to reach out to look at the piece of metal.
It is hot. You're like almost burning your hands the closer you get to the metal. You do know that there are spells that can fix this, but there's also physical force that can do it. But you need to, 1, be strong enough, and 2, be quick enough so you don't accidentally take any damage.
All right, I was being looking around there. Yes.
So looking at it, it sounded like before, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. It sounded like there was a piece that was maybe stopping it from moving.
Yeah. The way I'm gonna describe it is the way it kind of is. There is a circle with like grooves on it that a hammer is hitting the grooves, causing it to continue to move. The hammer fully goes in a circle and then hits it again. But earlier, the hammer kind of got bent, likely due to the weird creature things that were outside. So now the hammer is kind of like stuck in the wheel, like bent into it, and it's not going anywhere, causing the rest of the contraption not to do what it needs to do, causing it to create that reverberation in the wall and causing it to get hotter and hotter the longer it stays this way, ultimately breaking due to malfunction.
I have kind of a crazy idea.
What?
So I've got a couple spells we could maybe utilize for this. I'm thinking Flame Blade. if we can heat up the handle of like the hammer, we can try and straighten it out. If we can get it hot, and then because it'll be hot and it would hurt, you can do like thorn. I can use thorn whip to try and like lasso it and pull it straight. There's a good chance that it won't work,
Isn't it already hot?
but it would be cool.
It would be cool.
Be heating up. And then at that point, Cody will reach up, grab the brick.
Wait,
Grab the
wait a
brick,
second.
you hit it too.
I have a thought.
What?
Are you trying to move the metal, or is something supposed to be moving in there?
Yeah, we're trying to fix it.
Yeah, but does it move?
It's supposed to, but it's
So-
jammed.
I'm trying to
Yes.
understand. So if you try to do something, is it going to move as soon as you try to take the piece out?
We're not trying to. Yeah.
That's possible that it likely will move, and it seems like that's what we
Well,
want.
What if
But
what
that's
if
why
I
we try and do it from a distance if we can.
what if I just put vines into the mechanism, and then it stops it from moving, so you could do repairs on it, and then it will be stuck, and then the vines will go away.
I just don't know if it being stopped is adding to the problem. It kind of seems like it because it's getting really hot.
Well, it's already stuck, so it might as well keep it stuck, and then so basically, like if you have to prop up something, you don't want it to crash down while you're trying to fix something when it's already stuck.
That's an idea.
I don't think it can hurt.
So essentially, like what my character's trying to say is, I would cast Entangle inside of the mechanism to prevent it from moving further, and then they could remove the piece, and then the entangled vines would go away as soon as the spell wears it off.
Yeah, we'll fix the piece.
Like I don't really want to remove it.
Well, yeah, fix it while the vines are in there, because the vines last for a minute. So if you could fix it in a minute while the vines are in there, then the vines would just, all the plants and vines would just wilt away and disappear after a minute. So. Well,
Code gotta let's see. I gotta actually remind myself what this ability is, what this spell is.
Like for sure, the idea couldn't hurt. Good safety net in case you don't want your arm to potentially be ripped off.
Yeah.
Okay. Here goes nothing. I'm gonna cast Flame Blade.
Oh, all right. You want me to do my little vine thing here?
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
Now's the time.
Okay. Well, I cast my vines inside of
You
the
cast
machine.
Entangle, causing the machine to not be any more stuck. It's kind of where it's at, but it holds onto the machine, so if it does start going, it doesn't take someone's arm off while you're fixing it. Keeping it restrained for now. Tanakh casts Flame Blade on the metal itself, heating it up to a good extent, allowing it to be potentially bent and fixed. Who is making the athletics check to fix it?
What's your athletics, Tanakh?
+4.
Okay, I have a
Well,
+2, so
do you know if the
Yeah.
clown, you could be helpful over here, right? I think.
What I
Dot?
could do is she would give. Who's making the roll? Tina?
Tanakh, and then you want to use the brick to have a little bit of extra, something to hit it with, to move it back, some pressure.
Unless
Yeah,
you
how
have a Tinkerer's Toolkit.
Oh, you'd have to have a Tinker's Toolkit
Or a brick.
We don't.
Or brick.
or a brick, yeah.
Will,
Do we have-
brick will work.
The brick lying around.
Oh yeah, no. There's a brick. Like Cody has a brick in his hand. He had pulled it off from the wall, and Here you go.
Awesome. Okay.
She'll give Tanaka a bardic inspiration.
All right.
All right.
All right then. Here goes nothing.
You got this.
I believe in you.
Wow.
You got this. Wow.
We'll roll it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
There you go. Not bad.
Quality.
There you go.
Nice.
20.
Yay.
All right.
So I guess how this looks is like it gets red hot, and then Tanakh just runs up with this brick that Cody handed her, and she just starts like wailing on it, just trying to get it to straighten out. And I feel like Cody and Dot are both just like staring at it, being like, a little bit more, until it gets back to straight.
Yeah.
Slamming into it after superheating it, you cause it to bend and place itself back where it was. Tanakh, you saw it beforehand. You went forwards to examine it beforehand, so you can tell how it was supposed to be. So with enough skill, dexterity, and Dots giving you a thumb up, you are able to like whack it enough that it is able to be first unhooked. Immediately, the gears try to wind as fast as possible, but Ritz's entangle spell keeps it from taking your arm off, so you don't need to make a dexterity save. You then quickly bash
That was
Nice.
a really good idea.
the beam of
I
metal.
don't know if your dexterity would have held up for that.
You
My
then
dexterity is not amazing.
you then quickly align the beam of metal to where it should
there you go.
hit properly. You quickly remove your arm, and then the quite literal entangled webbing of vines just get ripped asunder as the minute does pass, and immediately, because of so much inert energy that was built up, hits it again and again, quickly and quickly. The wave of energy surrounding the wall is like brought up abruptly, but then it eventually cools down to where it's no longer apparent that there's machinery behind the wall. So you're safe.
Dogma, what was that music? Oh my goodness.
All of a sudden, you're up.
Just in case you failed.
Well, that
Well,
That was
rolling
easy.
the character.
Okay, well, that's a good
Pretty
good job there,
good.
Tanakh. There.
Let's head down the hall then.
You put the brick back where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You put it where the actual opening of the wall is, because that's where the brick's supposed to be. You like slide it in place and it's like comfortably fit in there. Unless you knew that this brick shouldn't be here, it would not look any different. Allowing the area to be more fortified than it was beforehand.
We love fortify.
Okay, do you continue down the pathway?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay. Having torches lit, heading towards this direction, eventually you do come across not a doorway, but a hallway, but a different one, like a very skinny one. As soon as you do, you eventually see something in front of you, a very large, expansive room that is no longer just a hallway. And this is what you find currently.
Oh boy. Well, we have found the thing. What are we gonna do now?
wow, it's a bigger room. You can sleep here.
You know, the Cody.
Pebbles
This.
fly around inside,
I.
and Pebbles will fly up and around just to kind of scout and see what's in the room.
As you fly up and around, you do see that there are 3 hallways leading north, west, east. There are 4 pillars. On top of the pillars are strange magical symbols. And there's this weird, from what you can tell, it's written in Primordial, A on the ground. You can all see this.
I read Primordial. Is it in Primordial?
It is in Primordial.
Wow. What does it say?
It does not make sense here because it was supposed to be for another map, but I'm going to do it anyways. The symbol on the ground does read, "Don't do this wrong. Remember your training."
Don't do this wrong. Remember your training. Huh. That means nothing to me.
What does it say? What is the floor? You talking about the floor there?
It does look like a 4.
It says
On the floor?
The floor.
The weird A?
What does it say? What does it mean?
so. Now I like instantly forgot it because I don't have a brain.
Don't do this wrong. Remember your training.
Don't do-
You can roll insight, like all of you can roll insight.
I would like.
Cody advantage, Tanakh advantage.
Right?
Okay. Wow.
Great rolls tonight, you guys.
I mean, I don't know what this looks like here, but it looks like it's a part of something.
Tanakh
Old.
and Ritz. Your upbringing,
22.
training, and things of that nature.
Oh, there you
There you
go.
go.
Good job. Good job. Good job.
Your guys' training and upbringing and things of that nature. The way this is worded is same as militaristic, or at the very least, structured soldier. Likely indicating, hey, don't mess up. You know the rules, how they go, and how you're supposed to go down the hallways. This is your general warning. I did mention beforehand that there's magical symbols on top of the 4 pillars. More than likely, if you're a soldier or something with that nature, you would try to find a way of like, oh, that's right, I need to do this and this to go down the hallway, or else I might die, or else I might get in trouble, go to jail, etc., etc. You just don't walk down the hallway and expect to not run into trouble.
Okay.
Okay. So it low key feels like training room.
Kinda, yeah. It feels like a room that cadets go through to try to like pass their potential final exam or something of that nature.
All right. Can we determine what the symbols are on each of the pillars?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the symbols.
Yeah.
Well,
Looking at it, none of you can read it, minus Cornu and Tanakh. For reasons I will not explain.
I was gonna say, how do I read it? I only know snail and nothing.
For reasons I will not explain.
Okay.
Aha!
That's suspicious.
Mystery.
common snail.
Okay, so what does it say again?
Gonna use arrows. As cleanly and as minimal as possible, I'm gonna give you this puzzle, which not really a puzzle. Just try to remember this as much as possible. Fire, water, earth, wind.
Oh my gosh.
Fire, water, earth, wind. Fire,
Master
water,
of all
earth,
four
Right.
I already did it.
elements, and then the Fire Nation attacks. Okay.
Hey.
Okay. So Cornu is definitely going to communicate that to everyone else because he's going to be like, "Why does it have all the things, all the elements, all the I don't know how he would say that. That's a big word.
Mm.
It's a really big word for Cornu.
That is a big word for Cornu.
Poor baby.
Remember your training. Yes.
Did it activate it?
Okay. Ritz, after understanding, he would sit down and start to like meditate in the center of the A.
You do so.
Focus.
He really took a nap.
No, this is different. This is meditating.
What's meditating?
Should Cornu use move earth to put dirt around the earth one?
No.
You try.
Yeah. Think about your training. What does that mean? What does it mean?
What's training?
Something that has been
Usually
instilled
training
into your mind.
Usually something training has to do with military. So this place could definitely be very dangerous.
Oh, so no performing. Okay.
Cornu's just gonna pick up a handful of dirt and chuck it at the pillar that says earth.
You chuck earth at the earth pillar. It glows for a little bit, and you hear a chunk sound to the right side.
It did a thing!
To that side.
All right.
Hey, Courtney was right.
Ritz stands up. Well, I guess it was that easy. I'm gonna go take my water skin and pour it on the water rock.
You do so. Immediately to the right side, you hear a chunk sound, and to the north sound, you hear it again.
I guess I'll cast Flame Blade again. Well, actually, no. I don't want to cast a spell. I'm gonna light a torch and I'm gonna burn.
Yeah. You get your
burn
flame
the
steel.
fire.
Put flame on pillar. You hear a chunk sound on the north side, and then you hear a chunk sound on the left side.
Dot is gonna
Go blow on the wind one.
Oh, I was gonna. Okay.
Yeah, blow it. Yeah, I was gonna go.
Once again, chunk on the left before anything else, and then a chunk to the south side. Or whatever that's
Now I
worth
don't
to
know
you.
Okay. Let's see what happened in the wind. We already know what's going on in the wind. Let's go and see what's down there. And
Sure.
so,
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to lose.
Do you go through that path?
just kind of go look and see what's down there.
gonna
It's the
say-
path you came from.
I'm gonna stay over here. You
Yeah.
guys go take a look.
Yeah. It's the path you
How
came
does it
from.
go?
Nothing seems out of place. You go through.
Yeah.
That would.
You,
She'll be the experiment.
yeah, like dog goes through, nothing happens. You're back in the hallway you came from.
Guys, nothing happened.
Is there anything different?
No.
Nope.
Well, okay.
Well, that's. I mean, something happened.
Okay.
Should we go off to the right? Let's go down the earth one.
Do
Okay.
you guys wait for Dot to return to the room, or do you do it before they get there?
Oh, I mean, I'll wait.
Hang
Yeah,
on.
we'll wait.
Should
can
I
wait.
wait? Stay in the room, see what happens, and then
I mean, sure.
we'll see like in a minute, see if anything happens.
You're gonna stay in the wind tunnel?
She's just gonna see if anything happens. She stays there for like a minute. That's it.
Yeah. While you wait a minute, nothing seems to happen. Ritz, do you try to do something with the
I'm
earth pillar?
pushing over. Wait, no, I'm pushing
Pushing?
through this way. Well, no, not
Before
pushing the
anything?
earth pillar. Pushing forward,
Mission court. Okay.
and I
Before
go, and I
you do anything.
forward.
like, yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Roll for me a dexterity save.
Oh no.
Oh, a dexterity save. Interesting. Wow, that's really low.
No.
Pretty low.
Oh. Yeah.
I have a +6.
As you're moving forward to the area before doing anything to the pillars, anything like that, you just walk or maybe like stealthily attempt to defensively go through. Immediately, you feel like a massive amount of earth just heading towards your direction. You don't see anything. You don't visually, quite literally see anything, but immediately you feel like you need to step back. Before you can, the earth wall just smacks into you, causing you to like slide back into the main room. You do sustain damage. You do sustain 2d8 bludgeoning.
Yes,
So just 6.
Well, the jungles are there, indeed.
You did see more hallway before that weird phantasmal earth wall hits you.
You want to keep exploring the.
Better run.
I think it's more of it. If we throw an element at it, it'll apply an element to the pillars. It will deactivate potentially the any traps that might be in there. Because when we entered in the wind, there was no. There was nothing that happened, but yet we had just done the wind, given we were coming in from the beginning. So.
But even think about the nature of wind.
What
Like,
is
would
wind, man?
this
Yeah, what is wind,
blown
man?
by wind is
What are
not
you
going to
talking
be the
about,
same as
eh?
getting, as getting pummeled by a wave of earth.
You know what? Just to, I guess to prove the experiment that they stopped the traps, I assume. Dot's gonna go over to the fire hallway and try to go through.
Before doing anything.
Okay.
Okay. Roll for me dexterity save.
Okay. Come on. Roll 20 is pretty
The
slow.
danger always.
She has a pretty good dex. Oh, that's
Nice.
nice. Alright.
Looking at the hallway, you go, I didn't see what Ritz did, so I'm gonna do it myself. Going through the fire hallway, you like go into the area, enter inside, and almost immediately you see a wall of fire heading towards your direction. You don't feel like it's physically there, but you mentally feel like it's there. Trying to turn around, you quickly dodge it out of the way, but you still take half damage, which is 2d8 fire damage.
Fair enough.
That's a big number.
Ooh.
Wow.
Halved, I'll say 7.
Oh, wow. Took more than me.
I
Guys,
also rolled low for you, Ritz.
I found a firewall.
Maybe we should stop just running into the hallways.
Okay. Is it?
The hallway.
Can I find a rock? Can I find a rock over here on the ground?
Yeah, you can find rocks, dirt.
Okay,
So-
I pick up a rock.
Which path do we want to go? We know the way for the wind. Somewhat.
Then okay. What about this? And then I'm gonna chuck a rock at the pillar, and then walk the earth pillar, and then walk through as it hits the pillar.
Okay. I'm gonna say the rock has some dirt on it. As you chuck it at the earth pillar, Tanak, you hear a ka-chunk where you're standing, and then Ritz, you go through, and you also hear at the exact same time a ka-chunk. and you walk in just fine.
So the pillars do deactivate
See,
the.
you're right there, Cody.
Okay, so why don't we go down the earth, the earth first?
Sure.
So meaning how we've already deactivated this one. So.
Okay. I'm already gonna say the Earth one was a good choice. I'm not gonna open it all because it's quite literally just a loop. And you find 4 levers there.
Okay. Is there any? Does it say anything on the levers?
No writing.
Just levers.
Levers. The 3rd lever is down.
Oh, well.
I'm gonna pull down the first one.
You do
Wait,
so.
will you? Okay. Well, I guess if you pull down the levers, you
no,
just gotta pull the
I'm more-
lever.
Well, no.
I'm more seeing if the third one will come down, will go up, but I pull this other one down.
Pull the lever, Ritz.
Yeah, what you're doing does. Actually, no, this would actually work differently because this is something else. You pull it down, and you feel as you fully pull it down, the 3rd one is pulling up. And when that happens, you then feel your own lever, Cody, pull up. Do you try to force it to keep it down, or do you let it go?
I just kind of let it go.
Okay. Anyone that's still in the main branching room, you just hear ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
In any particular direction or just?
Earth hallway and fire hallway.
Okay.
I'm
So
gonna
it
go over and pull
kind
the
of
third
seems
one
like-
down.
You pull the 3rd one down. Nothing else comes up. And those in the main branching room hear a ka-chunk on the earth hallway.
Huh.
And then I'm gonna go. Well, I think I've got this figured out. Potentially. And then because Ritz is thinking, I mean not Ritz, Cody's thinking that the one that was down was for the Earth tunnel, and so he's gonna go back and they're like, "Hey, did you guys hear any movement from any of the hallways besides the Earth?"
The chunk noises? Yeah. Mhm.
Which tunnel?
Fire.
I think
Okay.
what else?
Down the Earth hallway and around the corner, there's a room with 4 levers on it. The 3rd one is for this Earth one. The first one is for fire, apparently. And I think the 2nd and the 4th are for water and wind, respectively. And we can turn
Does
them
it-
off and on as needed be. But we can only adjust it one at a time.
Okay.
You never tried after they more or less went up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move. Ritz gets bored and he pulls the lever in front of him.
The 4th one? You do
Yeah.
that, and Tanaka, you hear a ka-chunk, but only one. And both the 3rd and 4th levers are down.
Which one did?
I'm gonna try walking into the Earth tunnel.
You do so, and you're fine.
Yay! Okay, so maybe they turn the thing off.
For all the tunnels or for the Earth tunnel?
Well, the wind tunnel didn't hurt us anyway. I'm gonna go around the corner to where Cody said the levers were.
You find Ritz.
Hey there, how you doing?
Hey. It looks like it. These might turn off the traps.
That sounds
Let's
right
see.
to me.
So these two were down. Maybe we can turn off fire? Is it this one? And she'll like point all the way to the side and if
Oh.
using.
Yeah, you point all the way to the farthest left.
Ritz starts walking down and he goes like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Sorry, I'm moving you. And then he starts doing the catch a tiger by a toe thing.
I'm gonna pull what I think is the fire lever, which is the farthest left.
Yeah, you pull it. As you do so, there is a ka-chunk sound in the room, just no one can tell where it is. Cornu, what are you doing? You seem to be heading towards the H2O room.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted.
Oh, really?
Yes, so I'm gonna head to the H2O way. Did they already disable that one?
Not that one.
Nope.
Not that one. Okay, so before they disable it, Corny's gonna try to go through, specifically because of this, and he's gonna try to use like his suction to kind of like hold his place. And he's just gonna try to like see if he can get through the door.
gonna try to-
Roll athletics with advantage.
Okay, let me see here. Athletics, that's at the top. Athletics.
Right underneath Arcana.
Okay. First one is an 18.
Good.
Second one is an 8.
Let's go with the 18. As you step into the H2O hallway, immediately a large, almost tidal wave heads towards you. You can tell that it is not physical, but it's also menacing looking. As you like hunker down and wait for the wave, it just guts into you, but you're holding strong. You can breathe, you can barely move, but you technically can move as like the wave keeps hitting your form, but you're more or less okay. You're like,
Am I taking damage?
the initial damage will still hit. Go ahead and roll for me. No, you rolled in athletics. That's basically the roll you need to do anyways to like survive. So you only take half. Oh, I rolled low for you as well. Let's say 2. You take 2. And you're like in
That's
the
what's gonna
hallway.
get you.
But it is hard to move while this thing is
Does it just
active.
Go.
Does it just keep coming? Does it not stop since I'm in the hall?
It feels like it's still coming and keep coming.
Okay. Corn is probably stupid enough that he's just gonna keep trying to like inch forward against the water.
You can do it.
To just-
It'll just take forever.
Well, I mean, what else are they doing right now?
I mean, that's fair.
I know.
I mean, eventually Tanak's gonna pull the other one lever.
I've heard of
Corny doesn't know that.
Corny's
Oh, I
like
know.
the thing where a young child is, like, underwater under people, and there's like a floaty that happened to go right on top of them. And instead of like going around, they just continue to try to push upward.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Cornu, you do see a large, expensive hallway with a large assortment of statues. You get pretty far until like the weird rushing of water just disappears out of nowhere. It doesn't like slowly trickle down into nothingness. It just there one moment and then gone the next.
Weird. So does it get how far is that?
I'm
Because
gonna
I see
say,
there's like these pillory things in here.
I'm gonna say you got like into the middle of the room by a certain point. You got like up to here if you want.
Okay, and the machiny thingies didn't do anything?
The weird statue things, nah, they didn't do a thing.
Okay.
Dude, I'm assuming that's all. Steve.
While he's walking slowly, like as he passes these hallways, he's just gonna take like a glance in to see if he can perceive anything in those adjacent hallways.
Yeah. As you're inside, you do see Oh, that's supposed to be a secret. Well, whatever. There's a door there. I'm gonna say there's an arch there. You see a skull, made out of crystal.
Wait, huh?
A
Skull made out of crystal.
Made out of crystal.
Okay.
And then a longer hallway.
Ooh.
Okay. Corn is probably gonna wait at that point. He might even turn back.
Okay.
Where did Corny go?
Probably around this time, Tanakh pulls the last lever.
You do so. All the levers are down.
Yeah.
Cody and Dot, you do hear one final katunk near the north area.
Oh, apparently they.
Does the
That's
water
good.
stop?
The water did stop. Like once you pulled it down, it stopped. It just magically disappeared. Not that you know that.
Mhm. Not that I know that. That's correct. Well, all the levers are down. Should we go out and see what actually happened?
You just hear a small call.
Hey guys, I found things.
Where'd
Uh,
he go?
That's
Do you hear
strangely
something?
foreboding.
Are you hearing that thing over there?
Hearing.
The usual
Hmm?
voices or Corny? What one are we talking about?
I'm just wondering if I could hear Courtney from that far away.
Um,
I don't feel like I could.
probably not.
Yeah, probably
Oh.
not. Probably only the people in the main area.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's fair.
Oh well, is that all? Is all that there the levers that you got pulled? Did you get all of them?
Yeah, they're all pulled, so let's head back.
Oh, okay. Well,
I would probably go into the room after Corny.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What'd you find?
You do so and nothing happens.
I'll just kind of wait for them over here and be like, Corny went down this way before the water trap was deactivated.
Well, that tracks.
Whoosh.
I'll go down the water.
Oh. Little pebbles flies in, lands on a statue.
Does it?
That is cool. Why is
He's just kind of perching on top of a statue.
Really
Go
tiny.
ahead and roll for me a dexterity saving throw.
For my
Or your owl.
is that 13?
Yeah, 13.
13 is not great. Okay.
Music stopped. I sense danger.
As you go into the hallway without too much of an issue or care in the world, you find Cornu, you find Dot. Your owl mystically goes in as you accompany it. As it lands and perches onto the shoulder of the statue, you see as it perches on there, the head of the statue turns towards that direction. The armament it has, a large spear on its left hand, begins to also turn in your direction. As it does so, it feels as if it's about to lunge towards you, but it breaks apart and then lands on the ground. Boom, 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 boom. And your owl is not fast enough that it gets locked into the helmet.
Oh, so it got locked into the helmet?
Yeah, it kind of got stuck in there. You can lift it to get it out.
Yeah, okay. I'll take off the
Oh
helmet.
Oh,
no!
poor guy.
Okay, Pebbles. Sorry about that. And why don't you stay up on top of me for the time being?
Like, this is old. It would not stay on for that long. So
Oh yeah,
enough
no,
weight
it's just,
would have crashed it down.
and that's not a whole lot. And so he'll just say, Don't touch the suits of armor; they will crumble.
Can we touch a skull?
Is that stave over there? You know about touching things. You don't know what they're gonna do.
That's the fun thing about them.
I can watch over here from a safe distance, and you can go touch it if you want to.
Does anyone touch the skull?
Can Doc go
Dot,
over and
dot.
touch the skull?
I can see Dot just walking, skipping up, and touch.
I mean, like Ritz is like,
No, that's
sure,
okay.
I would love to see you touch the skull.
Yeah, Doc's gonna go over to the room and just like.
I'm sorry, but has no one thought about just chucking a rock at it?
I'll let you hold the map if you touch it over there. I'll let you keep the map for the rest of the day.
I
Right?
get to keep the map.
Sure.
Yes. Okay. She's still gonna touch the skull anyways.
Yeah, you go underneath the archway, head towards the skull. There are like candelabra things to the left and right of the skull itself. And do you touch it?
Yeah, just gonna go boop.
Okay,
Like,
just
just-
confirming.
Yeah.
Like how do you touch it? Do you like just boop it in the nose where nose hole would be? Do you like pat
Yeah.
its head, or do you just like grab it and lift it?
Just like a boop nose touch.
Yeah.
Just like a
You boop it. It like slightly moves back and forth because it's not, placed glued down there. With enough force, it can move, and like it does shake a little bit, and then it gets back to normal.
What?
Nothing happened.
Let me. Can I? I want to look at it. That was not Ritz's voice. I want to look.
That's me, Ritz. Look at it.
I can't talk anymore. I'm getting too tired.
Hey,
Man.
Mario!
Pretty sure
Oh,
I
gosh.
talked Rock's voice for most of the night.
Di would like move over to Ritz. We can go over and like
Oh,
check out the skull.
let me look at it over there.
Okay.
Ritz would go over and then kind of just inspect it, kind of just look around and be like, what's going on here?
Candelabra, left, right, skull on monolith.
Hmm.
Crystal skull on monolith, rather.
Just gonna look at it.
Give it a nice little head pat, you know?
Okay,
I
and
feel
then I mean,
appreciated.
Ritz doesn't like to like he's like, and he touches, just puts his hand on the skull, and just taps it, and then like walks back.
Like, taps it?
Like, puts the weight of his hand on it, and then lets go.
You do so. It like moves a little bit because you moved your hand. Again, not glued down. And then it like stabilizes and you walk backwards.
Interesting.
Can I, ever cautious, I want to look around the area. Do I find any, like, traps?
Roll investigation?
Sure. This just seems weird.
For sure.
The good weird or the weird weird? There's two different versions of it.
It makes me nervous weird.
But I don't
Oh.
know not where Cody is, and I know.
I'm down here.
Hey,
looking at this room.
Hey, nat 20!
Nice.
Nice. To knock, you can tell that there is a pressure plate where the skull is. If it is lifted, it will go off immediately. You do not know what will happen, but the candelabras adjacent to the left and right of the area will trigger something magically to erupt in that area. Anyone within 30 feet of that will likely be caused harm. Watch out for that. There are ways to trick the pressure plate from going off or from going off before anyone else actually touches it. Like, the simplest way of doing things is rope. Lasso, get it in there, get it off. If the skull is magical, it will survive whatever trap will go off, and no one needs to die. Potentially.
Well,
Or
I
you
gotta.
can just shoot it off the
Did
thing with our
she
bow.
explain? Did you relay that or?
Yeah, I'm gonna relay that to everybody.
Well, okay. You go.
I can thorn whip it out.
I have a grappling hook if you need me to use one of those.
Wait, you want the skull? Why do you want
I don't know. It just seems interesting.
Doesn't
Well,
seem like it's anyone when it's touched.
yeah. While you guys are doing that, Cody has gone south, left, and found what appears to be maybe a mausoleum.
Oh.
He's found bones, broken
Yeah.
tombstones.
I'm gonna poke my head in just enough to see around the corners.
Yeah.
but
As
I
you do
won't
so,
I won't necessarily be entering the room.
yeah. As you do so, you poke your head through. You do see a weird primordial symbol on the ground. If you can read it, you can. If you can't, well, we'll find out what happens. And you reveal the rest of the room.
Mm. And after seeing that, I'll just kind of turn back and say, "Hey, there's there's a bit of a mausoleum over here, some crypts with some skeletons. There's also some primordial, just like in the other room, the main room there."
Oh, well, that's
So stressed out right now.
very odd there.
Guys.
Does anybody want this skull over here? It seems interesting. I don't know why. I kind of sorry, Dot. I was giving you. It was being fun. I was
It
seeing if
could
you would
potentially
touch
be
it.
worth something.
I did.
Right?
and nothing happened.
If everybody sits back, I can like whip it.
Do you
There's
do
a
you want
trap.
to do you want to use that or there is a trap. We'll see. Well, I could use the grapple. Do you want me to use that or do you want me to use? Because if you, I don't know. Is it gonna hurt it?
The
Thorn
thorn
whip.
whip is something that I can do as many times a day as I want to, and we don't risk losing anything. I don't want you to lose your grappling.
Okay.
I
Well,
was just gonna say I could try mirror image again, but then I would lose one of my big spells.
No, we just
sounds
need
like
to-
what she's gonna do. Sounds like a good plan.
I'm gonna make everybody scooch back a little bit, and I'm gonna stand 30 feet away and just whip it at, like, grab it and pull
Yeah,
it to
we're
me.
just
It's-
gonna
it's Thorn
basically
Whip
stay out
30
of line of sight.
Thorn whip is 30 feet.
No, what?
It is.
I thought it was 25, like shorter than that.
No, it's pretty long. As
No
people
way.
stand back and away, Tanakh goes at the skull and just whips it quickly, just for funsies. Go ahead and make a attack roll. Casting modifier, proficiency. You just need to beat a 10.
Oh. You can only move it 10 feet closer to you, but whatever. I guess that's
You need to
that's,
get it out.
that's semantics.
Rule of cool.
I'm not okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna shut up.
no.
I'm gonna shut up now.
Beautiful.
Wow. That's great.
Like, it's pretty hard to mess this up, but I'm just gonna.
I need my ability. I need to be level 4.
Oh man.
Knock
If I was level 4, I could
uh,
let you
thorn whip
re-roll
into
that.
the area, slam into the skull, but before it actually does anything, you just hit the podium. Thankfully enough, no one's there, because this always happens. As you do so, you just hear a large wave of sound reverberating within a 30-foot radius of the skull. No one is there, so no one gets hurt, but you feel like you shouldn't be there if it ever goes off, because it's going to hurt, and you're not going to be able to withstand it. Anyone. As you all moved away, Tanakh, you do see on the ground another symbol written in Primordial. The symbol does read, remember, the skull gives you instructions. Make sure you have it, and make sure you remember the trap.
Wow, that is so useful. If only we saw that
Well-
before.
Can I try for it again?
Yeah, eventually you can just get it. It'll just keep doing it as long as no one accidentally trips inside.
Everybody just stay away and I'll give it a couple tries. I mean, I'm just rolling for drama, but that'll probably do it.
Like, honestly, Sanok, you got it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you got it. Skull acquired. Again, once you remove it, sound trap happens again. It is honestly, even if you're not getting hurt by the distance where you're currently at, it's annoying, very painful, but thankfully enough you're able to withstand it at your distance. You now have one crystal skull.
Yay. I have a crystal skull.
With crystal skull in hand, mausoleum to maybe look at, or maybe further north or east. We will find out where you decide to go, or maybe Dot looks into the room that they're next to, because who knows? Maybe there's something fun in there as well. We will have to wait and see next time as we end the session for today.
Yeah.
Dun, dun.
It took us a while to get in.
Oh
Oh
my
my
god,
goodness.
there was like a door puzzle.
The door! Why was the door?
The doors are always the biggest problem.
Yeah.
Oh my
Every
goodness.
campaign.
I think I've had like 3 campaigns where sometime like we're trying to get into a door and we're literally spending like 45 minutes or like an hour stuck at a door puzzle because we don't understand what the door is supposed to open.